Good game this evening. Very, very physical, direct. Starfire is a pretty special place, actually. Pretty neat stadium. The fans were fantastic, and I thought Seattle had a lot of opportunities, particularly in the second half. We really struggled to get out of our own half, but in the end of the day, the boys took the opportunity there at the end, came away with the bonus point win, which is what we came here to do. And now we've got a very tough task ahead of us. It's a 6-day turnaround with a 10 days rested Los Angeles back in Atlanta. And we'll recover here and get prepared for that next week.
It's a great win for us on the road. It's 4 games out of 4 now for us, building good momentum. And I think we're really getting well together as a team, playing for each other, backing each other. We showed that in the second half where they were on a line for about 35 minutes and they just didn't get any points on the board. So, that's for me for that game.
All right, gentlemen, Chris Wyatt here from Rugby Ascendant. Thank you. Congratulations to both of you. 4 in a row. This is a trend. It's a developing trend. I'm sure that you like that. Let's keep it up. A quick question for Johan. Masakin. I got to tell you, man, that was you that took that spill from that line out. That looked pretty tough there. Do you hit the turf pretty hard? And if so, you're okay. And before you comment on that, what a nice try. I mean, how'd you feel about that try? That was a pretty good move up there, and you just bowled right across and got it.
Oh, yeah, that was what we call a meat pie. It was just an easy offload and finish for me, but good to get on the board this season. And that line out, it served pretty hard there. It was just part of the game, I guess. Put your body on the line. We won the ball, so, yeah, can't complain about it.
Well, part of the game on artificial turf anyway.
Yeah.
So, Coach, a quick question about this one. You've alluded to it already there, and then Johan also mentioned it. There was a long period there in the second half. They were knocking at the door time and time again. You bent, but you didn't break. It looked like they got it across, but the guys held them up. But there was a long stretch there from about the 50th minute point to about 71 minutes in the game before you finally even got the ball across midfield. Were you at all concerned that the momentum might begin to shift there, or are you comfortable your guys had the game in hand?
We prepared for that this week. So I knew that the players knew their roles, and I knew that, we were accurate in our physicality during this game. Seattle was a pretty straightforward team. I think when they kicked to the corner twice, I thought, they might punch one in here, and we'll have to go back and pressure the kickoff and get back into their half through the kickoff. But that didn't happen. The boys fought hard. I thought there was some good scramble on overlaps, and we ended up turning them over in the corner a couple times.
I want to ask you about the injuries here. It looks like you came out okay, but watching the game, it looked a little bit of tough there. Jos looked like he took a bit of a knock a few times in scrum half, but seemed to come out okay. Johan's acting all tough there. He's solid. He says he's good, but that was a tumble. He might wake up tomorrow and feel a little bit differently. And I did notice that Mark O'Keefe looked like he took a bit of a knock on the knee, but then just a couple minutes later, he made some really big tackles. How did you come out of this game? Any concerns about injuries, or did it go all right?
We'll get Rowan assessed here over the next day or two. As you know, he came out at halftime. We're also, we've come out relatively healthy, a little bit of some ice packs and ice bags here and there, as you would expect on pretty hard surface and a very physical game. But, we'll take an extra couple of days off this week and really let the men recover and be more of a mental preparation this week than anything.
And a follow-up regarding LA, these guys, Expansion Club, come out of the gate. Rooney knocked them down a peg, but they're right back at the top of the game. They're really out in front there in that Western Conference. You guys are neck and neck in Eastern Conference. Rooney's nipping on your heels. Are you concerned at all, or are you thinking at all about today? I mean, for instance, you had, I think it was one out of 5 kicks. Kicks didn't go particularly well in the game today. And also discipline was better than some of the previous games, but was still 2 yellow cards, 13 penalties. Not ideal, but improved. But those little things, are you concerned at all that could make a difference in a game against a team like LA? They like to thrive on mistakes. And do you think you can tighten that up a bit for the coming week?
Certainly, I think the kicks are something, that there was 11 points on the board. There was a difference in the game this week, in terms of what the final score line was. So that's just something that is just, you keep working with the kickers, and that's week in and week out. And, you work on improving that. I think from a discipline perspective, we'll see a different referee next week. Kind of the more senior referees, if you're following, you'll notice that the more senior referees are actually not penalized as much during those games, or penalty count is less than 8 when we have a more senior referee on the field. So I think, we'll take a look at the things. We'll work with the referees on the review and come back. I mean, I was pretty surprised to see that the penalty count was, 13-2, that there was no penalties against our opposition in the second half and only 2 in the first half. That seemed a bit off to me.
Indeed, that seems a fair assessment. Johan, for you very quickly here, the defense was immense. You guys really, really held them at back. I mean, the Barbarians were at the gates really for a good 25 minutes there in the second half. You guys held them off. How'd you feel about the defense? And then just a follow-up question. I don't know if this is your first time out in Seattle. What's it like if it is your first time? And did you get a chance to do anything other than hit the pitch, go to the hotel, hit the pitch, and now fly home?
We had a day we could see a little bit of Seattle yesterday. Went up the Needle, so it was good. Beautiful city, lots of water. It's good to see. Then onto the game. The defense was immense. I think we can take a lot of confidence from that and take it into next week. If we can put the Giltinis under a lot of pressure on defense, I think they won't be able to play their normal game. So take a lot of confidence out of that, and I guess, we were up for it. We knew they had a big pack, big guys running straight, and it was just going to be a contest for who wants it more in the collision.
Well, folks, Rooney definitely showed that you can knock LA off their game plan if you play them the right way. So best of luck next week, and keep it up. Thanks a lot, gentlemen.
Thank you.